$2 billion is a big number. Where do you plan to spend it?
Well, we are super excited to be, one of the new strategic funds to deploy capital into the broader crypto and Web3 ecosystem. We believe that we're still pretty early in the market, and you can, define by number of users. We're still at, I would say, less than half a billion users trading crypto globally, and fewer than actually 20 million people trading in DeFi. So we're still very early, hundreds of millions of users to be onboarded, and we want to help the ecosystem get there.
Now, all of this money, as I understand it, came from Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder and CEO, and FTX. Normally, when you raise a fund, it's from a lot of other investors who you then have to answer to. How does the structure of this make things different for you, having come from a traditional venture fund, given that you don't have to answer to all of these LPs?
Well, the exciting thing is that, we have the size of fund to be able to write a very large range of checks. So anything from, $100,000 to $500 million checks, we are able to write, and also in multi-stage companies. And also without outside partners and LPs, we're just able to move really fast and really focus on providing value that is sort of our expertise and resources across FTX's global ecosystem of partners, and really focus on the founding team.
Meantime, there's so much talk and concern, especially from newer investors, about the direction of the crypto market, concerns about a crypto winter, a death cross coming. We just had John Wu, the head of Ava Labs, who thinks a golden cross is ahead instead. Where do you think the market is going to move ahead, and how does that influence where and how you place your bets?
Well, I think there's, trading crypto, and then there's making investments in the ecosystem. I don't think anybody can really predict where the market is going on a short-term basis, and perhaps even medium-term basis. But, I think, we certainly are super bullish about the long-term trajectory of blockchain technology adoption. And so, with this fund, we have a long-term, and by that I mean, years, measured in years and decades, view into the technology being adopted cross categories. So, Web3, consumer, gaming, infrastructure, software, software, healthcare, and other categories.
Meantime, crypto funds seem to be everywhere. There's Paradigm, there's Coinbase launching their own fund, Katie Haun from Andreessen Horowitz launching her own fund. Andreessen Horowitz, of course, has its own crypto fund. Are all of these funds going to be chasing the same names? And if so, how do you convince various startups and founders that your money is the money they should take?
Yeah, so I think you're seeing a lot of different types of investors coming into the crypto market because, it is a fairly nascent space, and it reflects the size of opportunity and also the number of developers and founding teams in this category. So there's a lot of great teams to back. And in terms of why they should go with FTX Ventures, I would say, we're launching with 8 people on the team, and it's a team of both investors and also engineers. And, everybody has had a significant amount of time and expertise in the space. And so our objectives with the fund is we want to be closer. We want to be really hands-on with teams and make fewer investments, but go a lot deeper in our value add process.
You're also across the gaming vertical, and I'm curious, how do you find the next Axie Infinity that's going to take this world by storm?
Yeah, gaming is a really exciting category for us, for both the venture side and also FTX more broadly. It is the largest, entertainment category in the world. It's about $200 billion per year industry in content alone. And also, gamers historically have valued in-game digital assets. You could say that they really pioneered the usage and value of that. And it's pretty natural extension to think that they will want to own the assets as well. There's some controversy around, I think a lot of gamers get wrapping their minds around the concept of NFTs, but we're super bullish around it. And in terms of how to find these gaming studios, what we're looking for are teams that are both very experienced in making games and have had experience doing so, and also have an idea of innovative ways to adopt NFT and blockchain tech.
So what's next? Obviously, there's a lot of money chasing a lot of potential deals, but there's a lot of regulatory uncertainty. Is there anything you're going to stay away from? What sort of crypto projects out there don't have the right stuff?
It's a nuanced and question, Emily. I would say that this year, we're always very closely looking at and understanding the regulatory environment, and that is, one, the set of rules in the U.S. and that is still emerging and also different across jurisdictions. So I would say, in the context of what's developing, we're going to be looking at teams that. That also respects that it's important to be compliant to regulatory and frameworks. And it's also an area that we can also add value, since on the exchange side, we have so much expertise into that.